but Omega Pharma Quickstep are coming through now, and Mark Cavendish is going to be the last man across the line, is he, of the five, as they spread a little bit wide, not quite in fact, just turns on a little bit of speed towards the line. He can't help but do that, and they are fast with a 16:17. There we go. So Omega Pharma Quickstep take the lead here by just one solitary second over Radio Shack Leopard. Sitting a further 6 seconds back is Katusha, and this is Team BMC as we speak, taking their final turns to head back towards the finish line here. Only 7 kilometers out and then 7 back, so it spins through very, very quickly. It will be Francis de Jure that come across the line next, followed by Sky and then BMC to wrap this one up. We're looking at BMC right now and the two jerseys that they hold. Matt, have you found them? Matt, I think you were just going under a bridge. We've kind of lost a little bit of connection. Give us a shout when you can hear us more clearly. So BMC it is at the moment. Straight lining, just a little bit of protection offered up by that bridge and the high walls as we just drop back to Sky. Francis de Jure will be crossing the line in just a few moments' time. But the British team, Bernard Eisel yesterday, I think he could have won the stage, frankly. He was out there hoovering up points in the first couple of sprints, and it very much looked like he was called back to help out and not really put too much of a gap between the escapees and in fact the rest of his team. He then went on to finish strongly, and I think had he been part of what was a 3-man escape and in fact made it 4, then he would have been our leader, picking up bonus points at the end to add to the 4 that he picked up during the stage itself. So Bernard Eisel maybe a little bit aggrieved, especially at 31 years of age, but you know, he's got a great palmarès with the likes of the Ghent-Wevelgem to his name. Just thought he may well have shone a bit brighter yesterday towards the end had he been allowed to, and that was just my own personal feeling. So then BMC it is that we are trying to hook up with. Matt, have you got BMC within your sights?
Carlton, they're just coming up towards me, so I think we should reception. Can you hear me loud and clear?
Yes, you're slightly breaky, but we'll go with it.
Well, quite unlike Team Sky, there are still 8 riders in that BMC line. Taylor Phinney looking over his shoulder. He's leading them out. He's got plenty. But I can tell you, my feeling is that Team Sky have got this at this stage. I think they've been riding very carefully. I wouldn't be at all surprised to hear that at least one of the 2 Sky riders dropped. That was a planned tactic. It is, of course, open to you. You only have to finish with 5 riders. I can tell you back in 2010 when there was a team time trial here, Fabian Cancellara dragged his team round for most of the way and then ended up, I think, coming in about 2 minutes 40 behind because they'd simply taken the decision that Fabian was going to go at the front, keep it everything.
Just got to interrupt you. We've got Francis de Jure finishing with an extremely good time here, just rolling through. Oh, they've been beaten by the clock, I'm afraid to tell you. It's just going to be in the top 5 though for them, and that bodes very well. Francis de Jure picking it up rather nicely. I don't know whether that was damage limitation towards the end, but they came back very, very quickly there, well marshalled out and very, very fast back. Back to you, Matt. Sorry.
Well, yes, Francis de Jure having a wonderful time in the time trials in France as well, and their coach, Fred Krapper, he'll be working with Jérémy Roy, the runner-up in last year's French National Time Trial Championships, to Sylvain Chavanel. And Jérémy Roy wants to be the French National Time Trial Champion this year, and they've been working very hard. By the way, Johan Ofredo, a rider who rode here last year and then has just had a suspension for a year from racing for his team, Francis de Jure, because of 3 missed whereabouts appointments, so a mandatory 1-year suspension. He came back and he tweeted that his legs felt fantastic yesterday. So I think Francis de Jure have brought a very informed team here, and of course they're winning right, left and centre in France too. In fact, a wonderful start to the season for the French teams. BMC aren't one of them. They're a principally American team, and it's all about Taylor Phinney here. He's taking long pulls Marshals at the front. He wants to eclipse Fabian Cancellara this year. There's an ambition. But for the time being, it's not a tactical ride by BMC, not like we were seeing with Sky. It's simple, it's brutal. I should imagine it's very, very painful for almost everyone else in that group. And we'll see how effective it is in a few minutes when they get to the start line.
Absolutely. Well, nice to see Brent Buchwalter as well. As Taylor Phinney takes his turn, because of the way it's been revolving, it's the leader's jersey that's getting the biggest rest out there. I think they'd like to see that golden jersey stay on Brent Buchwalter's shoulders for some time. That's how we stand at the moment. Omega Pharma, Quick Step, 1 second clear of Radio Shack, and Katusha 5 seconds off, a little bit further down. Some time adjustments then having been made, but Omega Pharma Quick Step only shavings of seconds, you understand. Here comes Sky then. At the moment they are in the bird seat, and it looks like they may well just have the drop here. We've got a very long view. It's they're not quite as close to the line as you might have thought. The next 17 seconds they've got to hit it quicker than that, and here they come. I think we're seeing our leaders here. Sky really gritting, Eisel as well. Oh my goodness, they are hitting it hard. And the rest of us here, 16:11 for Sky. That is masterful. Well, well, well. They may well have been varying their tactics out there and playing the proper time trialing game, and they've delivered here. So it's all down to BMC. What have they got for us today? It's been a brief but enthralling time trial. This 14 kilometres. I quite like the shorter time trials, I must admit. I think they offer up fireworks, let's put it that way. Sky, Omega Pharma Quick Step, and Radio Shack 1, 2, 3. No real surprise, you might say, there, but where will BMC fit in the hierarchy? Actually, podium just for now. And Brent Buchwalter spurred on. They do say that the leader's jersey gives you a certain amount of power, depending on which rider you talk to, as much as 10%. Well, right now, out front, Brent Buchwalter doing a proper job. Just drifts back. Taylor Phinney will take the nose, and they've kept a lot of firepower together here. Look at this. 7 as we speak, and yes, just dropping in, not quite on the back, so presumably will be led off one of the relays here, we guess. Maybe he's fresh enough to take it early is what I mean. So others being led off the relay, the 2 behind him. So the last 5 clearly at the moment, the last of them will be Brent Buchwalter. So count the men in front of him, and you can count on them to finish this one. Yes, they took the best 3-place riders in the general classification to get the start order, and as a result, BMC, who have just had such a great opener to this Tour of Qatar, naturally enough, the last to go. Taylor Phinney, wearing the youth jersey, finished 5th yesterday. Brent Buchwalter taking the stage as well along the way, and Adam Blythe finishing 18th, but only 10 seconds down. So yes, it was talent will out, and they've got plenty of it, especially if the likes of Brent Buchwalter consider himself reasonably anonymous. He's a fantastic rider, showed that yesterday and delivered. Look at that, Taylor Phinney, absolutely solid. Look at the shoulders. It's a champagne cup is what we're talking about. That's the ideal style. A bit like a jockey, except of course the legs are moving as opposed to static in the stirrups.
Carlton, three riders have dropped off the back of that group in the past 400 metres. First it was Lawrence Walbatter, rider 38. Second it was Steve Cummings, rider 34. And we've just passed another rider who's dropped off. 5 are going to finish together.
They're coming now, Matt. They're coming now, as within view as we approach the 16-minute mark. There's the target time, 16:11. What have BMC got? Plenty, you might think, spurred on as they are. Oh, a little bit of wavering across the road. Total blanket finish here. This is well marshalled as well. Driving for the line, pushing across the line as well. And a 16:07, riding like the holders of the leader's jersey. They've delivered. Well, that was fantastic, and great to see both jerseys as well. Look how calm Taylor Phinney looks across the line. It looks like he's done half the work of Brent Buchwalter here. A big handshake, lots of thanks. And Buchwalter knowing that he is going to be solidly in that leader's journey. So that was today. It will be back to the usual program tomorrow, which is wide open spaces, wind and drama. That's what Qatar is all about. You know, Brent's going to have to get used to this, because it may well be for the next few days he constantly gets hugs and has to hand them out. I think he's usually one dishing them. But that was a good team effort, and you can see what a team time trial means to the boys who took part here. Very, very well done. BMC, quickies down there. Be careful stepping through some of those little sharp-leaved plants, by the way. Last thing you want is to give more blood than you have to. So stage 3 tomorrow, we're going Luke-tastic as we head from Al Wakra down to Mesaid, and indeed back again, back down and back again and back down. We'll come to that in a moment. There we are, Brent Buchwalter taking it today along with his teammates.